Beloved soul, if these words have found you today, allow yourself to slow down for a few peaceful moments and breathe deeply. This message is not about fear, pressure, or rushing toward an unknown future. It is an invitation to remember that every season of life carries opportunities for renewal, growth, and quiet transformation. Sometimes we become so focused on what has gone wrong that we forget how much strength has already been growing inside us. We overlook the small victories, the lessons hidden within difficult days, and the quiet hope that continues to rise every morning, reminding us that our story is still being written. There may have been months when your heart carried more questions than answers. Perhaps you worked hard without seeing immediate results. Perhaps you spent long nights wondering whether your efforts truly mattered or whether brighter days would ever arrive. Those feelings are deeply human, and many people quietly carry them without speaking about them. Yet through every uncertain season, you continued moving forward. Even when your energy felt low, you kept taking one step after another. Even when hope seemed distant, you refused to completely give up. That quiet perseverance reveals a strength that cannot always be seen from the outside, but it is real, and it has been shaping your character every single day. Sometimes change does not begin with dramatic events. It begins with a new perspective. It begins the moment you decide to believe that your future does not have to be controlled by your past. It begins when gratitude becomes stronger than disappointment and when peace becomes more important than endless worry. These quiet changes inside your heart often become the foundation for the beautiful changes you later notice in your life. Growth is rarely loud. It is usually gentle, patient, and steady, arriving one meaningful step at a time. As you continue listening, allow yourself to release the belief that you must carry every burden alone. You were never meant to spend every day trapped in constant worry about tomorrow. There is wisdom in preparing for the future, but there is also peace in appreciating today. Look around you. Notice the people who encourage you, the lessons you have already learned, and the opportunities that continue appearing even during ordinary days. Every conversation, every act of kindness, and every small victory becomes another reminder that hope is still alive. Perhaps this season is inviting you to trust yourself a little more. You have already overcome challenges that once seemed impossible. You have learned lessons that made you wiser. You have developed patience through waiting, resilience through difficulty, and compassion through experience. These qualities are now part of who you are. They will continue guiding you as new opportunities unfold before you. The future does not require perfection from you. It simply asks you to keep moving forward with honesty, kindness, and an open heart. Take this moment as a gentle reminder that meaningful transformation often begins within. When your thoughts become calmer, your decisions become clearer. When your heart chooses gratitude, your outlook becomes brighter. And when you continue walking with hope instead of fear, you begin noticing possibilities that were always present but difficult to see before. May this new season remind you that every sunrise brings another opportunity to grow, to encourage someone, to strengthen meaningful relationships, and to discover fresh reasons for gratitude. Continue believing that even small steps matter. Continue choosing kindness over bitterness, patience over frustration, and hope over despair. These quiet choices shape a life filled with purpose, peace, and lasting joy. Beloved soul, as you continue reflecting on these words, allow your heart to become quieter than your thoughts, because some of the greatest transformations in life begin long before they become visible. There are seasons when it feels as though nothing is changing, yet beneath the surface your character is becoming stronger, your perspective is becoming wiser, and your spirit is learning lessons that can only be understood through patience. Many people believe that growth always arrives through dramatic moments, but more often it comes through ordinary days when you quietly choose to continue believing, continue learning, and continue moving forward despite uncertainty. Every challenge you have faced has shaped a part of the person you are becoming today, and every experience, whether joyful or difficult, has added another layer of wisdom to your journey. There may have been times when you looked at your life and wondered whether your efforts were truly making a difference. You may have worked with dedication while waiting for opportunities that seemed slow to appear. You may have invested your heart into relationships, dreams, or personal goals without seeing immediate results. During those moments it is natural to feel discouraged, but remember that many of the most meaningful achievements in life require steady patience. Just as a tree develops strong roots before its branches reach toward the sky, your own journey has been preparing you through experiences that strengthen qualities no one could immediately see. Patience, resilience, kindness, humility, and perseverance are not developed overnight. They grow quietly through everyday choices, and over time they become the foundation for a meaningful life. As you continue listening, take a moment to appreciate how much you have already overcome. Think about the seasons when you felt uncertain, yet somehow found the courage to take another step. Remember the moments when disappointment visited your heart, yet you still chose hope over bitterness. Consider the times when life changed unexpectedly, yet you adapted with strength you did not know you possessed. These experiences are not signs that life has been against you. They are reminders that you are capable of growing through change, discovering wisdom through experience, and finding peace even when circumstances are not perfect. The calmer your heart becomes, the easier it is to recognize the beauty hidden within ordinary moments. A kind conversation, a quiet morning, an encouraging word, a thoughtful smile, or a simple act of generosity can carry more meaning than we often realize. Life is not built only upon extraordinary milestones. It is shaped through thousands of small moments that gradually form the story of who we become. When you begin appreciating these moments, gratitude naturally replaces frustration, and hope begins to shine more brightly than worry. There is also a quiet invitation within this season to trust yourself more deeply. You have already learned valuable lessons through every challenge you have faced. Those lessons remain with you today. They guide your decisions, strengthen your character, and remind you that growth is always possible. You do not need to have every answer before taking the next step. Sometimes clarity arrives only after movement begins. Every thoughtful decision, every act of kindness, and every moment spent choosing hope over fear becomes another step toward the future you are creating. As you continue walking forward, remember that meaningful progress rarely happens all at once. It unfolds through consistency, patience, and the willingness to keep growing even when results cannot yet be measured. Every day offers another opportunity to become a little wiser, a little kinder, and a little more grateful than yesterday. Those daily choices may appear small, yet they slowly shape a life filled with purpose, peace, and lasting fulfillment. Allow this reflection to encourage your heart today. Let it remind you that your journey still holds beautiful possibilities. There are conversations waiting to inspire you, opportunities waiting to challenge you, relationships waiting to deepen, and moments of unexpected joy waiting to appear. Continue moving forward with confidence, not because the future is perfectly certain, but because you have already proven your ability to grow through every season that has brought you to this point. May your heart remain steady, your spirit remain hopeful, and your mind remain open to the countless blessings that often arrive quietly. Sometimes the greatest turning points are not marked by dramatic events. They begin with a simple decision to keep believing, to keep learning, and to keep choosing peace, gratitude, and compassion one day at a time. That decision has the power to transform not only your own life but also the lives of those whose paths you touch through your kindness and encouragement. Beloved soul, as you continue this journey of reflection, you may begin noticing that something peaceful is quietly changing within your heart. It may not be visible to everyone around you, and it may not arrive with dramatic signs, yet it is real in the way your thoughts are becoming calmer, your perspective is becoming wiser, and your spirit is beginning to appreciate the value of patience more than ever before. There was a season when every unanswered question felt heavy, every delay seemed discouraging, and every uncertain moment appeared to test your confidence. Yet even during those difficult chapters, you continued moving forward. You continued learning, growing, adapting, and believing that your story still had meaningful pages left to be written. Looking back now, you may realize that those very seasons were preparing you for a deeper understanding of yourself and of the life you are building one day at a time. There are moments when we become so focused on reaching the next destination that we overlook how much we have already accomplished. We forget to celebrate the quiet victories that never received applause. We forget the evenings when we refuse to give up despite feeling exhausted. We forget the mornings when we chose gratitude instead of discouragement and kindness instead of frustration. Those ordinary decisions became extraordinary because they slowly shaped your character. They taught you resilience without making an announcement. They strengthened your confidence without demanding recognition. They quietly transformed your heart until one day you looked back and realized you had become stronger than the person who first began the journey. Perhaps this season is inviting you to appreciate progress instead of perfection. So many people spend years believing they must have every answer before they can feel at peace. They wait until every dream is fulfilled before allowing themselves to celebrate. Yet true peace often begins much earlier. It begins when you recognize that every small step carries value. Every lesson matters. Every act of patience has purpose. Every choice to forgive lightens your heart. Every expression of gratitude changes the way you experience the present moment. The more you appreciate these simple truths, the more you discover that fulfillment is not waiting somewhere in the distant future. It is quietly growing within the life you are already living. As you continue reflecting, think about the people who encouraged you during moments when you questioned yourself. Their words may have seemed simple at the time, yet they remained with you because genuine encouragement has a remarkable ability to strengthen the human spirit. In the same way, your own kindness has likely touched lives without you ever realizing it. A thoughtful conversation, a patient response, a sincere smile, or a few hopeful words may have become someone else's reason to keep believing in themselves. Never underestimate the influence of compassion. It often continues working long after the moment itself has passed. There may also be lessons from the past that now appear much clearer than they once did. Situations that once seemed unfair may have guided you toward opportunities you never expected. Delays that once frustrated you may have protected you from rushing into the wrong direction. Challenges that once tested your patience may have strengthened qualities that now serve you every day. This does not mean every difficult experience was easy, but it reminds you that growth often reveals its purpose only after enough time has passed for wisdom to develop. Looking through this perspective allows gratitude to replace resentment and hope to replace disappointment. The quieter your heart becomes, the easier it is to notice the beauty hidden inside ordinary days. A peaceful sunrise, a meaningful conversation, laughter shared with someone you love, a kind message received at the right moment, or simply the opportunity to begin another day with renewed purpose can become reminders that life continues, offering reasons for gratitude. Happiness is rarely found only in extraordinary achievements. More often it grows through consistent appreciation of simple moments that quietly fill our lives with meaning. As you continue walking forward, remember that every season has something valuable to teach. Seasons of waiting teach patience. Seasons of growth teach responsibility. Seasons of joy teach gratitude. Seasons of challenge teach resilience. Each chapter contributes something important to your story, and none of those lessons are wasted. They become part of your wisdom, helping you navigate future opportunities with greater confidence, greater compassion, and greater understanding. Allow yourself to trust that your journey is unfolding at its own meaningful pace. There is no need to compare your progress with anyone else's because every life follows a unique path. Your experiences, your lessons, your dreams, and your growth belong to your own story. The more you embrace that truth, the lighter your heart becomes. You stop measuring yourself against impossible standards and begin appreciating the remarkable person you are becoming through steady, faithful progress. As this reflection settles into your heart, carry one simple reminder with you: meaningful transformation is rarely loud. It grows quietly through countless small choices made with hope, integrity, patience, and love. Continue choosing those qualities every day. Continue believing that your efforts matter. Continue trusting that every act of kindness leaves a lasting impact. And continue moving forward with confidence, knowing that your journey still holds beautiful opportunities, meaningful relationships, unexpected joys, and peaceful moments waiting to be discovered. One step at a time, one day at a time, your story continues unfolding with purpose, wisdom, gratitude, and hope. Beloved soul, as this final chapter gently unfolds, allow yourself to pause once more and simply become aware of how far your heart has traveled. Throughout this journey you have reflected on hope instead of fear, gratitude instead of disappointment, and peace instead of uncertainty. Those reflections are more than comforting thoughts. They are quiet reminders that every meaningful transformation begins within. Before our circumstances appear different, our perspective often changes first. Before the world around us feels brighter, we begin noticing the light that has quietly remained inside us all along. That inner light has carried you through moments when answers seemed distant, when your strength felt limited, and when the future appeared difficult to imagine. Yet despite every challenge, you continued moving forward. That alone speaks of a resilience that deserves to be recognized and celebrated. There were seasons when you believed nothing was changing because the progress was too gradual to notice. You may have compared your journey with others and wondered why their lives seemed to move more quickly while yours required so much patience. Yet every life unfolds according to its own rhythm. Some lessons require waiting because wisdom cannot be rushed. Some dreams require preparation because lasting success is built upon strong foundations. Looking back now, you may realize that many delays were not empty seasons at all. They were opportunities to strengthen your character, deepen your compassion, and develop a calmer understanding of what truly matters. Every experience added something valuable to your story, even those moments you once wished had never happened. As your heart continues growing, you begin discovering that peace is not something the world gives you. It is something you choose to protect. You protect it through gratitude when life feels ordinary. You protect it through patience when answers take time. You protect it through forgiveness when disappointment tries to remain in your heart. You protect it by refusing to allow fear to become louder than hope. These quiet decisions may seem small, yet together they create an inner strength that no circumstance can easily take away. The greatest victories are often invisible because they happen within your character long before they appear anywhere else. Think for a moment about every person whose kindness has encouraged you along the way. Perhaps someone offered a few words that arrived exactly when you needed them most. Perhaps someone believed in you before you fully believed in yourself. Those moments remind us that encouragement has extraordinary power. In the same way, your own words and actions have probably encouraged people without your even realizing it. A smile offered during someone's difficult day, a patient conversation, an act of generosity, or simply listening with compassion may have become part of another person's healing journey. Never underestimate the influence of ordinary kindness. It often becomes an unforgettable memory in someone else's life. You may also notice that your understanding of success is changing. Success is no longer measured only by achievements or recognition. It is measured by the peace you carry, the relationships you nurture, the integrity with which you live, and the kindness you freely share. A peaceful heart, a grateful spirit, and a compassionate life create a richness that cannot be measured by external accomplishments alone. When these qualities become your foundation, every season of life carries meaning because your joy is no longer dependent on perfect circumstances. As you continue into the days ahead, allow yourself to welcome each morning with renewed hope. There will always be questions that remain unanswered for a while, and there will always be dreams that require patience before they unfold. Yet your journey has already shown you something important: you are capable of growing through uncertainty. You are capable of learning through change. You are capable of finding beauty even in ordinary moments. Every sunrise becomes another invitation to choose gratitude, to encourage someone, to strengthen your character, and to appreciate the quiet blessings already surrounding you. Perhaps the greatest message within this reflection is that meaningful transformation is not a single event. It is a lifelong journey made of countless small choices. Every time you choose understanding instead of judgment, patience instead of frustration, generosity instead of selfishness, and hope instead of discouragement, you become a little more like the person you aspire to be. Those choices shape your future one day at a time. They influence your relationships, your outlook, and even the way others experience your presence. A peaceful heart naturally brings peace to those around it. So carry this reflection with you wherever life leads next. Continue believing that your story still contains beautiful chapters waiting to unfold. Continue trusting that every lesson has value, every season has purpose, and every act of kindness leaves a lasting impact. Let gratitude become your daily habit, compassion become your constant companion, and hope become the quiet strength that guides every step forward. No matter where the path leads, remember that your journey is not defined by fear or uncertainty but by the courage, wisdom, resilience, and love you continue choosing each day. As this message comes to its gentle conclusion, may your heart remain steady, your mind remain peaceful, and your spirit remain open to the countless opportunities for growth that every new day brings. Walk forward with confidence, appreciate the blessings that already surround you, encourage those who cross your path, and trust that even the smallest acts of kindness can create ripples of hope far beyond what you can see. Your story is still unfolding, and the pages ahead are filled with possibilities waiting to be written through faith, gratitude, compassion, and unwavering hope. Like this video if these reflections encouraged your heart. Subscribe for more peaceful, uplifting inspirational reflections that encourage hope, gratitude, compassion, and inner peace.